In this short tutorial, I wanted to go over a patch that I was talking about that you can do to achieve the design, but still have something like the pelvis work so that the legs can be at different levels. For example, I'm just going to take Stretch character, since he's kind of the one that really has that pronounced pelvis, the leg in front, the leg in behind. And with that, you get this big heavy line coming around. And it seems to work with him. Very cartoony, very graphic in nature. So you can get away with it. But in a lot of designs, as I was going over them, I see that you have very different shaped legs and different styles and things. And maybe that big line across isn't going to work too well. So what I'm doing in this one, and as I was talking about, is do a little 2D shape and put that so that it goes over top. And it can take out some of that line or thin it out here where it connects. Or let me just see here. I'm going to rotate it a little bit. And again, as long as I color it the same as the pelvis, you won't notice it's a patch. Again, I've got some issue up here. Hang on, there we go. So it'll thin out that line for you in here, even if I bring this down a fair bit. There we go. So fitting that wherever you like. So here I had colored this leg darker, so the separation, but I can eliminate that dark line. And again, it'll be more effective on a kind of designs that I'm talking about being more realistic, and particularly with thicker legs and such, that this heavy line going around might not particularly work. Here, let me do one more. I'm just going to do a patch that works right here and cover over. I made this one a long one case because I think, you know, when I was doing the walk, I would shift the location of this leg from here over to here sometimes. So, but if I kept it fixed here, I could just put in a patch to get rid of this heavy line, but still have this line come down, up, around here, and then down. So let's just try it out. I'm going to go with the line tool. I'm going to try and do a curve like so. Bring this up and then back down. Press OK. I'm just going to drag this line over. And then I'm going to go to my top view, grabbing that shape here in my top view. Just going to bring that forward so I can see it over the pelvis, not into the shirt. So now I can come back into here and go to my editable poly here, and then I can just adjust that shape to match. There we go. Perfect. That's what I want. And to match that up here. Okay, so that looks like it would cover over that part, which is great. So I can get out of here. I can, I got to make sure that interpolation at 20. So I've got that already changed there. And now I can go to convert to editable poly and go into this select, and then with my tool editor I can drop in that color. So there we go. So yeah, doesn't yeah, that didn't look great. Maybe I could step back and just blend that up a bit. But yeah, what would really help here is I still have that set behind. For this to really work, and you can do as well, since that doesn't look great, you'll see how this can work better if I go back into my material editor. If I go into, let me get out of here, go into each of my leg pieces here, and go in here and change that. There we go. And get out of that one. if I change this one all back, you can see it all becomes one piece now, and it looks quite good. Maybe a couple little tweaks and whatever I still have to do, but again, it will help the integrity of your design, and that you can get this to work without that big heavy line, which is the main point of this. It's just showing how you can use a color patch, two-dimensional, just sitting on top of your bevel, and it'll blend things up better after. So here, I'm just going to finish this up so we can see how that will work. There we go. So you can see after the fact, you can go back in and play with colors and things. So, oops, did the wrong thing there. Great for the, let's go back tool. Is it going to go back? Why is it not going back? Okay, well, if worst came to worst like this, oops, sorry, I can always, I made a disaster like that, easy to fix. Here we go. I'll get it. And then go into here. Yeah, why that didn't work in the first place, I don't know. It's funny, the undo doesn't seem to work with color, so forewarning. So there we go. So you got a different look to it, but still functional. So if I, let me click out of here. If I grab this leg and rotate it, it still works to a degree. I could see a little bit of an issue there, but this is something you can sort out what your needs are. And even if you can see it here, that's all right. That actually works quite well where it overlaps and joins, so that's cool. Anyway, just some ideas, depending on your design, some other solutions.